Welcome. This is the second submission of our project made up by the group Juan, Jorge Alvarez, Valencia, Juan Robayo, Belinyer Solarte, Felipe Figueroa, and Cristian Pinzón. In this submission, we will present the methodology that we are using to deliver the progress, the use of Trello for this, and our backend where we implement the unit test with coverage in addition to included SonarCloud and GitHub Actions. Methodology. We use the Scrum methodology, of which we already have knowledge thanks to the old course, and we accompanied with the GitHub Actions tool that allow us to verify deliveries, and we do everything following the Git flow model with our feature branches. Now, in our team, we use Trello to organize and track the progress of our project. We've created three main lists: backlog, in development, and finished. Each task is assigned to a specific team member using their email addresses, so it's easy to see who is responsible for what. Through this board, we can visualize our workflow, from pending areas to complete implementations. Right now, we can already see several features and test marks as finished, while a few implementations are in the backlog list for the next season. Trello has really helped us stay organized and keep clear visibility of our project progress.
Now, we are located in the repository of our backend. As we can see here, the base of the project is already advanced, and we have configured the tests with justconfig and also SonarCloud, as we can see in the Sonar properties file. Here in the original repository, we have 4 branches: the main one, the develop one, where we do all the individual pull requests, my feature branch, Christian, and the fix branch that has helped fix certain errors. Now for the tests, we use jest as we have done in previous workshops in this course. We first define everything in package.json, and then we configure the rest in justconfig. And as we can see here, we define that the coverage percentage must exceed at least 16% in the 4 aspects. In the function aspect, we have some problems because that percentage is increasing compared to how we test the other functions. That is why some jobs fails in the actions in the first test, and the last test don't fail. Well, to use SonarCloud or SonarCube, the first thing we did was register on the official website, SonarCloud, and on this website they give us some tokens and keys that help us integrate this tool into the project. In GitHub, we define in the settings a secret token where it says secret and actions. This is so that the token is not public. And finally, to implement SonarCloud, we configure a Sonar project properties file in the root of our repository, and here we give the keys to the repository and the name of the organization that here you see, and we are ready to make the pipeline.
In the workflows folder located in the GitHub folder, we will have the pipeline in CI YAML. This is focused on the development branch. Every time a pull request or a push is made, the npm install, npm run test coverage commands are executed, where if we don't exceed the threshold, it will give us an error. In our CI pipeline, we also integrated SonarCloud to automatically analyze our code quality. It starts by checking out the repository again. It uses the SonarCloud GitHub action to scan the project. We pass our project and organization keys along with the path of our source code and test files. It also uses the coverage report generated from our test to measure how much of the code is covered by unit test. These integrations help us identify potential bugs, code smells, and maintainability issues early in the development.
Here in the action section, we see an example of some jobs carried out satisfactorily from a pull request of a unit test. We see that the jobs and the checks pass, verifying that the coverage is met, and then SonarCloud is sent to do the analysis and also gives us another check. Here the analysis in SonarCloud warning us in this part because we have the free plan, so the coverage is 80% percentage, and we can change the quality gate to implementing a 16% because we need a premium plan. But there we have a percentage that is good to this submission. Addition to that, we have an AI agent called Code Rabbit who reviews the change of the pull request and makes flowcharts, replacing a copilot that we don't have. Finally, these are our unit tests for the implement functions. We have create account test, login test, get user test, hash password test, check password, and JWT generate test. Each one created by a member of our group. All the members collaborate. These import the necessary functions and create the test. I am going to present my unit test, which was create account test. Here, the create account function that is in the handlers index is practically evaluated. And what it does here is that, this test file verifies the behavior of our create account functions from the handlers. We mock the user model, the hash password utility, and the slug library to isolate the logic and avoid real database calls. The first step checks that if a user with the same email already exists, the function returns an 409 status with the proper error message. The second test verifies that if the chosen handle is already taken, the functions respond with a 400 status and the corresponding error. Finally, the third test confirms the successful creation of a new user when there are no conflicts. It ensures that the password is hashed, the user is saved correctly, and the function returns a 201 status with the message registro creado correctamente. Overall, these tests validate that create account handles all the main scenarios, existing users, duplicate handles, and successful registration. And we have also the front-end repository. We have the base of the project, and we have some files that we have implemented. And for the last submission, we will have the test and the SonarCloud implemented in this front end and other specifications, and with the connection of the backend and the DB. And yeah, this is all of the second submission, and thank you for watching.